Alright guys, why mixing personal expenses with your business expenses is a silent killer. That invoice finally gets paid. You pay for some bills, you buy some materials, you transfer some money into your personal account. Then you head down to the server to fill up your car with some overpriced fuel on the business card. While you're there, you also add some groceries. And when the month comes to an end, you look at your bank account and you realize, where the fuck is my money? Does this sound familiar? If you're running your personal expenses through your business account, you don't have a cash flow problem, you have a visibility problem. You actually don't know where all your dollars are being spent. And this is a major problem, and I'm going to tell you why. In this video, we're going to go through how this scenario affects many Australian tradies and destroys their businesses, and how we can fix them by implementing healthy habits. This is one of the most common things I see in the tradie world. They're really, really good with work, but they struggle with the money side because they haven't been taught. Financial literacy. Look, it starts innocently. You just started out. It's easier to run everything through the one account. You'll sort it out later, but later comes and the business grows. The money gets messier, and then you genuinely can't tell if you're in profit or you're just surviving from the money from the last job. Then when tax rolls around, it's an absolute fucking nightmare. You put it off, you stress, you leave it too late, and then you end up just giving this big pile of fucking shit to your accountant, and it costs you way more money, and you don't even save money on tax because you're not storing your receipts in a way that they need for you to be able to claim off those materials. What started off as innocent became a massive cost and liability to yourself. Not to mention the stress. We're going to go through 3 steps together that's going to help you break out of this cycle. Step number 1, a sign is that if you can't tell if your business is making profit or not. When your personal and your business banks are mixed together, your business bank account becomes a meaningless metric to know if you're in profit or not. Let's look at 8K in the bank. Is it profit? Is that the GST that you owe? Is it money that you've already mentally spent on the job next week? Or have you genuinely got that to spend on the job? You don't know. And when you don't know, you can't make good decisions. You either spend money that wasn't yours to spend, or you hold back on investing in your business because you don't know if you're in profit or not and you can spend that money. Here's the tip. Open a business bank account this week. Not next week, this week. Every dollar the business earns goes into this account. Every business expense comes out of this account. And your personal money survives somewhere completely out of the picture. Another bank, fucking crypto, I don't care. This is the first step that's going to help you identify if you're in profit or not. Once you've got all your business expenses running through the one bank account, what you then do is you talk to a bookkeeper. They then help you identify when the money's coming in to code that as a vehicle expense or a cost of goods sold, a material required for a job. Once you then have all of your costing codes in place, you can then look back high level on your business and say, I made money on that job. I didn't make money on that job. I've got this much money to spend over here. I shouldn't spend over here. All of my GST is in one other account. It sounds complicated to set up, but in short, get a new bank account and talk to a bookkeeper. They will walk you through everything. It's actually very simple. You don't even need to know how to do the coding. The bookkeepers will do it all for you. And just for the record, if you're thinking for a second, I don't want to pay money on a bookkeeper, you are spending fuckloads more money not doing this because your accountant can't save you that tax when it comes to tax time because you're not recording your bits and pieces the way that you should. So paying for a bookkeeper comfortably pays for itself. Not to mention that we as tradies do get audited. My old boss got audited 3 times. My old man, he got audited when he was 20. And you have to pay an accountant to make sure that you present the documents to the auditor in a way that they need so that they can see it, which means that all this stuff needs to be put in place anyway. And if you get audited and you haven't got your bits and pieces in place, you're fucked. You're paying to play catch up. You're paying to get somebody to help you make sense of something that fucking makes no sense. Do these first few steps and your life will become easier. Trust me. This feeds into my next step. You're making your accountant's life harder, which is costing you money. Every hour that your accountant is spending separating your personal expenses with your business expenses, you're actually paying for it. But beyond the bill, I'm going to reiterate this because it's super important. You get miscategorized codes, which means you can't fucking write it off on tax. If you get miscategorized codes, it means that the accountant's going to be in a position where they're going to ask you if this is an expense on the business or if it isn't. And if there isn't any chance that there's no way that you can trace that expense back to the business, they're not even going to fucking bring it up with you because it's their reputation, and they're not going to go out of their way to risk getting pulled up by the ATO because you haven't got your details recorded properly across your jobs and across your business. It's costing you fucking thousands, and an accountant costs less than thousands if you have the bank and the zero cost codes in the right place. Get a bookkeeper to set it all up for you. So cleaner books means a cheaper bill from your accountant. Also, you get to see where your business stands. You win twice. All right, step number 3, pay yourself like an employee, not when the bank account looks okay. One of the biggest traps with mixing money is that your pay becomes whatever's left over or whatever you need next week. Some weeks you take too much and then the business gets left short. And other weeks you take too little and you're stressed out at home. There's no stability for you personally and there's no predictability for business. Set yourself a fixed personal wage. Set automatic payments so that it gets transferred each week. Treat it like a paycheck. And when the business makes more money, you can pay yourself more money, but it needs to be a deliberate, intentional move, not a spontaneous spur of the moment, yay, let's fucking get it, cowboy, yeehaw. This structure helps both you and your business at the same time. All right, here comes the real talk. I know what you're thinking. I already know how to manage my money. I know what's my personal and I know what's my business. It's fucking easy. I'll just leave it like this. Don't be fucking dumb. You don't know how much money you've got running a business like that. It's just stupid. Your brain isn't a bookkeeping system, and the ATO doesn't give a shit when you tell them that you had a pretty good idea that that was personal and that was a business expense. If you get audited and you have mixed accounts, you're going to have a really, really shit time. I'm being being brutally honest by fucking being passionate with this, because I know how much it fucking stitch up tradies. If this is something that you've been meaning to get on top of, tap the subscribe button. There's going to be plenty of tips like this that's going to help you get on top of your business and run it the way that it should be. I get shitty sometimes, but it's only because I'm passionate. I genuinely want to help you because I know what it's like when you don't have support. And if any of you have been audited or close to it, I want to hear about your story. What happened? Like, how hard was it? Did you come out of it okay? Were you proper stitched up? Did you get the support you needed? What did you wish you had known before you were in that situation? What I'm trying to do is create an awareness for the tradies. We're out here, we've got to look after each other because nobody teaches you how to run a business after you finish your apprenticeship. You got to go learn that shit yourself. On this channel, there's no judgment. I want to hear your stories so we can get to the bottom of these things together. Maybe I can help you. Maybe you can help the people in my community. Let's open up these chats. My name is Angus, and here we construct and conquer. Let's get it.